Hi, ladies and gentlemen, Morinori here again. The topic that I'm going to be discussing today is going to be the spiritual composition of man. I wrote this article a while ago, or I covered this topic on my website a while ago, but it only dawned on me that I haven't done a video on it yet, so here goes. This is based on my own knowledge and experience, so it might be that I've overlooked something or that I made one small minor error, or that I'm not completely correct. Okay, but again, this is according to my own knowledge and experience. Okay, I'm simply going to explain to those interested, of course. Otherwise, while you're watching the video, what the three phases of man are, what the spirit, how man is spiritually composed, and overall as a being within the universe. Man has three phases to begin with, okay? The mental, the astral, and the physical. Okay? Man has a soul, an astral body, and a physical body. These are all three planes that we as human beings vibrate on or vibrate within. Your soul is the divine within you. That's the divine aspect of you. It's basically, to put it that way, a part of God. Okay, it's like one droplet out of the derived from the entity which is God, and that part of you is holy and divine. That part of you can't be touched, it can't be corrupted or tainted in any way, shape, or form. Your soul is you at your purest level, okay, at your divinest of levels. And when the other two parts of you die off, then you are simply yourself again. Your soul is you. So for those of you out there that have asked me in the past, can I sell my soul and all of that nonsense? The very topic to someone like me is laughable, because you can't sell your soul. Your soul is literally part of who you are based on what I explained. So you can't sell your soul. It's like selling the divinity within yourself, and that's not possible. End of story. Okay, and that is the first part. The second stage or the second phase of man is one's astral body. Okay, and now here is where what I just mentioned, the soul selling part, comes into play. Your astral body is like your physical body, but the astral, or better said, spiritual version of yourself. Your astral body is subject to magic, subject to occult forces, more or less, and your astral body stores up negative energy as well as positive energy. We're talking about all the sensations that you experience: pain, pleasure, joy, regret, sorrow, hatred, anger, okay, love, and all of that is all done on an astral level. Okay, self-enlightenment is also done on an astral level. All the things that you know and so on, okay, whether it's spiritually or otherwise, is done on an astral level. And yes, if you were to, for example, sell your soul, to put it that way, strictly in a matter of speaking, then yes, your astral body would be corrupted and tainted. The same way that if black magic befalls one, that means that your astral body is corrupted, it's tainted. The same way that your physical body can become corrupted by a disease, illness, or simply being dirty overall. Yeah, and also your astral body obviously can be cleansed too from all negativities and all of that. Your astral body regulates your physical body, okay, at the very least up to a certain point or extent. And yeah, that's pretty much it on your astral body. So if something's wrong with you astrally, it can have effects on you. In most cases, it does have an effect on you physically, as long as the level of corruption is severe enough. And now let's on over to the last thing. The last phase of man is one's physical body. Okay, your physical body is simply a form that you need to manifest in the physical world. Okay, one of the main reasons that spirits don't manifest in the physical world is because of this. Okay, you need a physical body in order to manifest and to exist and to appear within this physical plane. And hence some spirits being able to possess others, or simply manifesting themselves by using molecules in the air and all kinds of other mediums and in-betweens in order to manifest physically. And that's why we as human beings have a physical body. Okay, your physical body is simply, again, it's what you need materially to thrive in the material world, or to exist and to make active changes as easily as possible. The drawback is that the physical plane and your physical body is also the lowest form of existence and the lowest phase of man, okay? It is one that is on a universal scale, as simplistic as possible, and there's not much that can be said about it. Your physical body is frail and subject to a bunch of vulnerabilities and all kinds of other mishaps that you can do little to nothing about. And that's also one of the reasons for why spirits detest the physical plane. Okay, they detest the physical plane, is celestials as well as infernal spirits. Okay, holy as well as unholy, because it's simply beneath them. Okay, it's like living in one of the nicest neighborhoods in town, and then all of a sudden, if for example, for some reason you have to come down to the physical plane, it's like coming down to the nastiest ghetto possible. Okay, that's metaphorically speaking what it's like. That's what it's like, metaphorically speaking. Just imagine living in a neighborhood where you have everything. Okay, we're talking about high-speed internet, you have running water, electricity, power, all the luxuries you can imagine. Okay, and then all of a sudden having to move for some reason, even if it's only temporarily, or just make a brief appearance in let's just say the most disgusting, nastiest ghetto-like environment, where even running water and electricity, the most basic of things, are are a luxury in itself. Of course, you wouldn't even want to set foot in such a worthless hellhole, and it's the same deal. Okay, it's the same deal it's the same deal on a universal scale, occult-wise and divine-wise. That's why spirits, generally speaking, only appear when it's absolutely necessary or when they can benefit from it. The same deal is the same reason that you would set one foot in a hellhole. Okay, you'd have to have a good reason. Okay, some way that you can benefit from it, at least on a temporary basis or on a temporary scale. Your method of working or your way of thinking would be go to that worthless hole, do what I need to do, and get out of there as quickly as possible. Okay, it reminds me of my own location. Yeah, and that's all. That's how it all works, and that's one of the reasons why spirits despise human beings in general and the material plane. It's the lowest plane there is. There is no divinity here in any way possible. When everything revolves around the material, which is beneath them, because again, the immaterial, just the Bible itself says that the immaterial creates the material. Okay, out of the material, out of the immaterial has the material sprouted forth. The one wouldn't exist without the other. Then it's nothing short but understandable. But in any case, that is how that is what man looks like. Okay, when you die, okay, you will lose your physical body obviously first. That's how we human beings describe or see death. Okay, but that is literally just a passing on from one plane to the other. You're still going to be here. You'll always be here. The only difference is that you no longer will have your physical body holding you down, because that is in theory what one's physical body is, or from an occult perspective. I'm not saying that anybody out there should commit suicide or anything, but I'm just saying your physical body does hold you down. Okay, once you have you've shed yourself from your physical body, or once your physical body has gone or expired, then you will simply revert back to your higher states of being. Okay, and you'll die twice. This is also known as the second death. The second death is when your astral body will go, because even that will go. Your astral body will go after a while, and the same way that your physical body simply expires, your astral body will also expire. And then you're simply you again at your highest or purest level. Your soul. Your soul is you. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh, right, and your soul stays the same, okay, regardless of how many life cycles you have. Let's just say if you become reincarnated, if you get reincarnated, then that doesn't really matter, because your soul cannot be reincarnated. Your soul is set by default. Okay, that's you at your purest level, even if you do have different life cycles. Okay, the only difference is that with each life cycle you'll have a different physical body and a different astral body. But your soul is you at its purest, highest level, most divine level, and that will always stay the same. Okay? So the mistake that people make is seeing your soul as some kind of attribute or just something that they have within themselves. Your soul is you. Okay? Everything that you say, do, think, and are is your soul. Okay? That stems directly from your soul. And to a lesser extent, the two other bodies that you have, your astral and physical one. Let's see, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah, and also another thingy. The whole point in is simply a throwback to offerings. Okay, that's why we're making offerings to a spirit. Spirits don't literally eat the material food. Okay, like I stated before in previous videos, everything has energy attached to them. So spirits literally just absorb the astral part or the astral counterpart to what you're offering them physically. Offer them an apple and they'll simply suck the energy from that apple. They'll take the astral part of that apple, which is the only part which has any value to them, real value. That apple will still be there physically, but you'll definitely notice a difference in between eating or even taking a bite out of an apple, which still has astral energy, which still has its astral body, and one without it. Okay, you'll notice the difference. I have done so multiple times in the past, and as an experiment or otherwise, and I have clearly noticed the difference. That this is just a waste of time. It's the same deal, okay? Your astral body needs nourishment, and that affects your physical body directly. Your astral body, try eating food that has no astral body or astral energy attached to it, and you'll notice that you'll still be hungry, okay? Your physical body might feel full, but at the same time, you'll still feel hungry. And that's the whole problem, okay? Astral nourishment. Okay, if for example you have some kind of mental disease or mental affliction, or you're simply going through a period of depression or unwellness, then more often than not you will notice it. It will manifest in your physical body. You'll simply look bad.
Fuck you today. Fuck you, big boy.
Sorry, just ignore my name tone. You'll look bad. You'll look bad physically and so on. Adversely, if you're doing mentally well, then it's also going to manifest itself physically. Okay, you'll be looking better and your health will improve significantly. That is it in any case. Thanks for watching. Bye.